Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to more children's Torah stories. Today's story is called The Jewish People Leave Har Sinai. You remember what happened last time? We built the beautiful home for Hashem, and we had all the different areas where the different Jewish people would be, and we had Yehuda and Yisachar and Zavulun on the right, and then we had Gad and Dan and Naphtali on the left, and all the different people in the places. And you had that one guy who said, I want to go wherever I feel like. I don't want Hashem to tell me where to go. And they said, no, Hashem tells everyone where is your best special place. And he said, I don't like Hashem, or something bad like that. And so he got into a lot of trouble. But now the Jewish people were at Har Sinai for a whole year. And after that whole year finished, it was time to leave and go towards the land of Israel. But Hashem said, Jewish people, Moshe especially, every time you're going to go, the Jewish people need to know when it's time to leave. There's so many Jewish people. Every time it's time to leave, how are they going to know when the right time is? How can Moshe tell everyone all at once? Well, the idea is we get Moshe some special trumpets. Do you know what a trumpet is, Yeladim? A trumpet, exactly. A trumpet is a kind of musical instrument where it's like a shofar but made out of metal. And these trumpets were made out of silver. And Moshe got these trumpets and he would use it. He would blow on those silver trumpets whenever it was time for the Jewish people to go. So if they would hear that going in the camp, he would make the sound with his silver trumpets. Everyone would say, okay, time to go, quickly, pack up all your things, let's get everything together, put your shoes away, make sure you've got your all your things ready, take some man in your pocket to eat, because it's time to go to the next place. And off they would go for their next journey into the desert. Before they went for the last time from Har Sinai, they had been there, as I said, almost a whole year. And so it was Pesach time, a year after they left Egypt. So do you know what Hashem said to them, Yeladim? Hashem said, Jewish people, it's Pesach coming. I want you all to have Pesach. Bring the special present for Hashem that they used to bring on Pesach. Bring that to the Mishkan. And we're going to have a Pesach Seder. And we're going to eat. What are we going to eat on Pesach? What are some of the special foods we're going to eat? We're going to eat matzah. And we're going to eat maror. And we're going to have egg. And all the special things that we have for Pesach. That was what they did at Har Sinai. And then Hashem said, okay, Jewish people, you have been around Har Sinai almost a whole year. Time to go. Now, how do you think the Jewish people should feel, Yeladim? Should the Jewish people be happy to leave Har Sinai? Or should the Jewish people be sad to leave Har Sinai? What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if they should be happy to go. Give me a thumbs down if they should be sad to go. So most of you are saying they should be sad to go from Har Sinai. Some are saying they should be happy. Well, I think the answer is a little bit of both. They should be sad that they are leaving Har Sinai, but they should be happy that they are going to the land of Israel. But the Jewish people did something a little bit naughty. Do you want to hear what it was? They said like this, hooray! We can leave Har Sinai because Har Sinai is like school. As long as we stay at Har Sinai, it's like we are learning at school. So we're so happy that school is finished and Hashem won't give us any more homework. Do you think that's a good thing to say? I think that's a little bit naughty. I can understand why they said it. Because while they were at Har Sinai, Hashem kept giving them mitzvot, and Hashem kept telling them what to do. So they thought, Hashem is giving us so many mitzvot. It's like being at school and getting more and more homework. So that's why when it was time for them to go, they were happy. But really, it is a good thing to get more mitzvot from Hashem, because the mitzvot are good for us. The mitzvot are not bad for us. Sometimes the mitzvot, yes, I see what you're saying, Mr. Ginsberg, it's good and bad. Should be happy and sad together. So sometimes the mitzvot are like hard for us to do sometimes, but it's always good. And we should always try to be happy if we get more mitzvot. So that was something a little bit naughty that the Jewish people did when they left Har Sinai. That they said, hooray, we're going from school. Hashem's not giving us any more homework. But then off they went into the desert, heading back towards the land of Israel, where they're going to make their new home, where they're going back to live in the special country that Hashem is giving us. Well, as they go along on the way, it is quite difficult sometimes for them to walk the whole day. After just being pretty still for a year, now they've got to travel and walk, and they've got to take the little children, and they've got to take the animals, and maybe some of the children are complaining, Mommy, I don't want to go in the desert. No, you have to go in the desert, my sweetie. The whole Jewish people are going. We're going to the land of Israel. Or, somebody says, oh, my leg hurts from walking. Well, I think the Jewish people should try and be a little bit stronger and try to say, I understand it's a little bit hard, but we are on our way to Israel and we must keep going. That's what I think they should say. But a lot of them started complaining. And they started kind of going to Moshe and saying, Moshe, we're tired. Moshe, I don't want to walk anymore. And Hashem said, Jewish people, I do not like this complaining. Enough. Stop the complaining and let's carry on going to the land of Israel. Please, will you not moan like that all the time? And then some of the other Jewish people started saying, I don't like the food we're getting. They don't like the food? Do you remember what food they were getting? They were getting the best food. They were getting the man. Remember what the man tasted like? A honey donut. Amazing. And they had such great food and such great stuff. But they were just moaning. I don't like the man. I want different food. I want a hamburger. I want a hot dog. I want sausages. They wanted meat. That's what some of the Jewish people started saying. We want meat. We don't want to eat the man all the time. So Hashem said, okay. Okay, if you want meat, I can give you meat. Well, it's more like chicken than meat, but I'll explain what they mean. Firstly, if they wanted meat, they had their own animals, If they really wanted meat, they could have just used their own cows and sheep and goats that they had. That really could have been for meat. But that was the first thing. Like, even if they want to complain about the man and they want to have meat, they actually have got meat that they could have, excuse me, Jewish people. But they also were like complaining and I want meat. So Hashem said, okay, you know what? I am going to bring you a special bird called Slav. Slav is this bird that can come through. It's called a quail. Can you all say that with me? Quail. So, are you coming up, little man? Oh, okay. So, Hashem says, I'm going to send you the Slav. I'm going to send this quail so that you can have lots and lots of meat, as much as you want. In fact, even more than you want. And so Hashem made a giant cloud almost, just full of birds, just full of these quail birds. Because remember, there were so many Jewish people. There were like 3 million Jewish people. And Hashem made this huge cloud of slav come over to the Jewish people in the desert. And all the birds just came down, flying, until they landed on the ground. And then they just sat there and they just went, tweet, 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 tweet. It was like saying, okay, Jewish people, here I am. Now you can eat me. So here's the Jewish people sitting there. Da 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 da. Oh, when am I going to get my nice food instead of this man? And along comes the slav flying. Can you see the flying slav? This is a good puppet for the slav, right? This is for the quail. So this is a bird, a flying bird. Just pretend it's not a tiger. Pretend it's a bird. And along comes flying. Da 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 da. Woo, woo. Land on the floor. Yeah, you can eat me. Oh, okay. Thank you. And then he would make himself some slav for supper. Yum, 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 yum. So that is what Hashem said. But then Hashem said, Jewish people, because you didn't ask nicely and you kept complaining, that slav that you wanted to eat will actually make you feel sick. It will not make you healthy. It will actually make you feel sick because you didn't actually need it and you were just whining. So even though I gave it to you, not a good idea. It's not going to be good for you. Well, some of the Jewish people did actually eat it and get sick. But I think we should all realize that they didn't actually need it because remember, Hashem gave them such nice food. Anyway, that was the next thing that happened. And then they went along a little bit further in the desert, getting closer to Israel. And there were a couple other things they complained about, which I won't tell you about now, but I want to tell you about what's going to happen next, which is the story of the spies. Do you know what a spy is, Yeladim? A spy is somebody who goes sneaking through somewhere, looking around at what's going on and pretending to be someone else. That's really what a spy is. So, as they got closer to the land of Israel, some of the Jewish people came to Moshe and they said, Moshe, maybe they didn't say it like that this time around. They said, Moshe, oh Moshe, please can we send spies into the land of Israel? Please can we have spies to go through and check out the land of Israel so that we can see, is it really a nice land or is it really a bad land? Well, what do you think, Yeladim? Do you think the land of Israel is really a nice land or really a bad land?
Nice land.
Nice land. It's fantastic. And they said, and we also need to see if the bad people living there, if they will be too strong to chase away or not too strong to chase away. What do you think? Do you think the Jewish people will be able to chase them away or do you think the Jewish people will have to run away? I think they will be able to chase away the bad people. Well, the Jewish people said, Moshe, we want to send spies to go check it out, to make sure if it's really a nice land, or to make sure if we really can chase the people away. Hey, Moshe, can we send spies? Can we go? Can we check it out? Can we send spies? Hey, Moshe. Moshe says, fine, all right. Let me go ask Hashem. Hashem, should we send spies or should we not send spies? Hashem said, Moshe, if you want to send spies, you can send spies. So Moshe said, okay, fine. We will have one spy from each of the different tribes. Remember, there are how many tribes? You can show me on your fingers. You'll need more than just your fingers. Thank you, Shalva. It was 12. There we go. Excellent. Thank you. 10 and 2, 12. 12 tribes. One spy from each tribe. They are going to go secretly into the land of Israel. They're not going to tell anybody that they are Jewish people. That's what it means that they're spies. They're not going to tell anybody that they're Jewish people. They're going to sneak in quietly and go look to see what kind of land is it, and what kind of people live there, and is it going to be easy to chase them away or too hard to chase them away? So that's what they are all going in to check. Well, there are two spies especially who are very important to us. The one is Yehoshua. Do you remember Yehoshua? We actually met him before. Yehoshua was the one who helped fight against Amalek. Yehoshua was the one who helped fight against Amalek. Yehoshua was the one who waited for Moshe when he came down Har Sinai. Remember when Moshe came down Har Sinai when the golden calf was there, and they said, Moshe said to Yehoshua, what do you hear? And Yehoshua said, I think it's the sound of a fight. And Moshe said, that's not the sound of winning a fight. That's not the sound of losing a fight. That's a different kind of sound. And it was the sound of the Jewish people praying to the golden calf. That is the same Yehoshua that was the one of the 12 spies. Yehoshua was the spy for the tribe of Ephraim. And there's another spy that's very important to us, and that is a guy called Kalev. Can you say that name with me? Kalev. So it was Yehoshua, his English name would be Joshua, and Kalev, his English name would be Caleb. Yehoshua and Kalev were two of the special spies. But those spies got ready to go and check out the land of Israel. And what they found was surprising and crazy. And they came back and they told the Jewish people something that you wouldn't believe. Do you want to know what it is, Yeladim? I would love to tell you, but I'm afraid we're out of time for today. I'm going to have to tell you tomorrow. Are you going to come back tomorrow? Great. I can't wait to see you. Bye.